communication major in Filipino. Communication is a key, especially in the classroom. Today, we are going to dive a crucial role of teacher communication inside the classroom. I will be discussing the topic, which is all about the role of teacher communication in student behavior. But before that, I would like you to know the 5 important highlights of this topic. First is using positive reinforcement to shape behavior. Second is communicating expectations clearly. Third is setting up behavior contract with students. Fourth is providing consistent consequences through communication. And the fifth is using nonverbal cues for behavior management. And after this topic or this lesson, you are expected to learn. First is to explain the role of teacher communication in influencing students' behavior. Second is to identify the different ways of teacher in communicating or using positive reinforcement to shape behavior. The third is to recognize the significance of consistent consequences through communicated by the teacher. And the fourth is, the last but not the least, is to apply nonverbal communication cues as strategies for behavior management. Now, let us know or let us discover what are the roles of teacher in communication. Teacher communication is one of the most important tools that a teacher can use inside the classroom. It is not only to share knowledge, but also to share on how students behave, learn, and grow. Now, in every classroom, a teacher is not only seen as an instructor, but also it is to guide, to be a role model, and whose leaders of their words, tone, actions of how students should respond. In additional class, teacher communication is one of the most important elements in shaping how students behave and learn inside the classroom. It is not just about giving an instructions or lessons, but also about guiding, motivating, and building a positive learning environment. So every word says, every gentle they use, and every expectation they set can influence how students act and respond. So effective teacher communication class can help prevent conflict, motivate learners, and also help students to develop a positive and learning environment which include the positive attitude and the positive habits. Let's proceed with the first subtopic, which is all about using positive reinforcement to shape behavior. So when we talk about positive reinforcement, it is all about giving praise, recognition, or reward when students something do right. So instead of focusing only on mistakes, students or teachers can highlight the positive actions of a student. Then it can build a self-confidence and motivation to repeat that good behavior. Giving praise, recognition, or reward. Second is builds confidence and motivation. And the third is focuses on what students do right. The second subtopic is all about communicating expectations clearly. Students behave better when they know exactly what teacher can expect. Clear communication of rules and instructions can help students to avoid confusion, and it makes them responsible for their actions. So rules should be better, short, simple, and easy to follow. The main key points of this subtopic class is rules should be directly and simply. student. A behavior contract is a written or verbal agreement between the teacher and the student about how the student should act. It promotes accountability since the student agrees to follow the rules, then it builds trust and cooperation. Points of this subtopic is all about. First is the agreement between the teacher and the student. Second is it promotes accountability. And the third is strengthen the trust and the cooperation. The fourth subtopic, which is all about providing consistent consequences through communication. Rules are only effective when they are applied fairly and consistently to all students. Teachers must clearly explain the consequences of breaking the rules and following each time. It develops fairness, sensitivity, and respect. This is use gestures, eye contact, and signals. Quietly manages class behavior. And the third is saves time and keeps order. Conclusion of this topic, teacher communication is more than just speaking. It is a dynamic process that affects students' behavior, motivation, and learning. Through positive reinforcement, teachers can inspire students to continue behaving well by acknowledging and rewarding their efforts. Altogether, these communication strategies create a classroom environment where students feel respected, guided, and motivated. For secondary learners, understanding the role of teacher communication is very crucial because it shows how interactions influence their daily behavior and even their future discipline in society. When communication is positive, clear, consistent, and respectful, students not only behave better, but also to learn to apply these principles in their relationship